HTML5 form validation. Form validations are very important. They are used to prevent the user from entering the wrong data into the forms. A user can forget to fill in an important information and submit it to the server. But if the fields are validated, the data won't be submitted and the user will be alerted about the field that hasn't been filled. For example, our input field here in the text in this form. So let's remove the text area so it won't distract us. So now let's save. Let's save this. Okay. So let me add a button. So we can add a button to submit our form. So type submit. So submit. So when I type in my password, just the password now, and I click submit, you can see it shows that the form was submitted by reloading the browser. So the user forgot to fill in their username, they only submitted the password. And normally if it were connected to a server, it would have sent back an error if there's a validation on the server that you didn't submit your username. But we also need to provide a validation on the client, which is the browser. So how do we do that? So we need to provide an attribute called required. So by specifying the required attribute, let's add it to both the username field and the password field. So let's save. So remember let's try what we did initially. Let's just type in the password. So let's click submit. You can see the browser is now alerting us that please fill in this field, showing that it is required. And that's why you can see that even our password is still there, showing that the browser did not submit it to the server. So until we filled in our username, why? Because we didn't fill it initially. So let's type in our username. Now we filled in our username. So let's now submit. You can see. So it shows that our data has been submitted to the server. That's why the field has been cleared. So for the password field, you can also add attributes such as main length and max length to specify the length of the password we required. So let's try main length. Equal to, let's say 6. Save, let's save. So let's write in the name. So when we type in 4 characters, 1, 2, 3, 4, and try to submit, you can see the browser is telling us that please lengthen this text to 6 characters or more. You are currently using 4 characters. So this is a validation. So it means that the server is expecting the user to have more than 6 characters, but the user has only typed in 4 characters. So the browser is preventing the user from submitting the data until it has met the requirement. So let's type in 6 characters now. Let me wipe this off. Let's type in 6 characters. So when you submit, let's submit now. Can you see our data has been submitted to the backend? So now let's try another attribute, which is max length. So max length. So the max length will be, let's try 8. So save. So the username, let's see, no again. So let's type in more than 8 characters now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's try and submit. So let's try the length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So it seems even the password field, the user is the browser stops you at when length gets to 8. It doesn't allow you to type more than that. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So any other thing you type does not get typed into the password field. So it stops at 8. So when we submit our data, it just submits.